Okay, how do I get back to? Can you see me?
Let me go to YouTube because I'm in the Streamlabs. Let's see.
Okay, it's not letting me go to the editor.
Yeah, I see you now. I just
You
pulled you
see
up.
me, but I can't see.
Let me go to YouTube. I can hear me too, so I can hear me on live. That means your audience will be able to hear what we're talking about.
Okay. It's not letting me go to the editor.
Yeah, I see you. I just
You
pulled
see
you up.
me, but I can't see.
Let me go to YouTube.
Okay.
I can hear me too, so I can hear me on live. That means your
Okay,
audience
here
will
we
be able
go.
to hear what we're talking about. Yeah, I see
Okay,
you.
hi everyone. I'm so sorry that I'm late today. I had some technical
I can hear me too,
difficulties.
so
But
can you hear me on
right
live?
now,
That means your
I
audience will
I
be able
think
to
I've
hear what
kind of worked it out. Let me see. Uh, um,
All right, so this overlay that you have over here with the purple stuff and a purple box in the middle.
are you talking to me?
Oh, you're mute on Discord. Are you talking to me?
Okay,
Yeah,
I am
say
now. But I think everybody can hear you.
I know for now. For now,
Okay, for now.
till we get
Okay.
this. Yeah.
Well, fortunately, the race is running late, the stake race, so it kind of pushed this time back. So we've got 9 minutes to the stake race. So please bear with me while I get through these technical difficulties, and hopefully I can get everything straightened before the race starts.
All right. So on your screen, this purple box. Now, is there a way you can mute the audio on stream? Right, right there on the stream desktop. You're
Where?
muting it. Oh,
I, I haven't
like
seen it.
you see the mixer?
Yep,
Yeah, the microphone. You see your voice when you're
yep,
talking.
yep.
All right, hit mute. Hit the volume button. Or now they can't hear you. All right, let me test mine. Stream desktop. You're muting it. Oh,
I haven't
like
seen it.
okay, so they can't hear me now.
Yep,
So that's the way to. Okay, we know that. Cool.
yep, yep.
Hit the volume button. But now they can't hear you. All right, so this screen you have with the box right now, with the purple box and all that. What is that? That you didn't used to have that. Where is this coming from? The overlay. Okay, so they can't hear me now. So later, okay, we know that. Not yet. All right, so there's a slight delay. With the box right now, with the purple box. You know what? And that didn't mute me on live. Yeah, I see it now. You got the browser up now. Hmm. Not yet. You live. Yeah, you got the browser. Yeah, I do see it overlapping each other. Can you exit out of it and go back in on the browser? Yeah, yeah, I do see it overlapping each other. Can you exit out of it and go back in on the browser? I'm still hearing myself on YouTube, right? I know. Yeah, there's a delay. There's always going to be that delay. But I thought I muted myself from live. So how do I mute myself from live? I'm still hearing myself on YouTube, right? And the crazy part is, I don't see what you're doing on the dashboard under Streamlabs desktop. Even though I'm logged into your account, nothing's happening. And the crazy part is, I don't see where Streamlabs desktop. Even Hmm. Yeah, that's nice. Now I see it. You fixed it. Uh, okay.
Okay. Hey, you. How you doing today? Uh, Again, wouldn't be me if it wasn't for something that I did or created or didn't create or didn't do. But anyway, I'm here. I'm ready, I guess. Anyway, there's 5 minutes left to post time. Actually, 4 minutes. This is a stake race at Keyland. There are 9 race or horses in this race, and it looks like the ninth horse got scratched. The favorite right now is the one horse with Luis Saez. This is um a dirt race, and you can see that it's 4-year-olds and up, and these are all um the boys. Um So I'm going to go through them real quick before the race actually starts. So the one horse is 2-1, like I said. It's the favorite with Luis Saez on the back. The two horses 15-1. Awesome, Aaron. Oh, I forgot to mention Stars and Stripes is the one with Joel Rosario. The three horses 9-1 Tennessee Lamb with Alex Conception. The 4 horse is 5-1 British Isles with Johnny V. The 5 horse is 11-1 San Siro with Tyler Gaffleon. The 6 horse is 5-2 Batten Down with Flavian Pratt. The 7 horse is 36-1 Guns and Glory with Danny Sheehy. I have no idea who that is. And the 8 horses 4-1 Rattle and Roll with Brian Hernandez. That is where we are. They're getting ready to run off at Aqueduct right now. I keep my eye on the screen just to make sure that we don't miss anything. And there's a delay because the laptop is saying 2 minutes and the TV is saying 3 minutes. So there's a little bit of a delay lag, same as it was before. This race is going a little over a mile. It says 9.5 furlongs, and usually 9 is roughly about a mile and I want to say maybe a mile and an eighth or mile and a quarter. Um, not always clear on that. If we scroll down here, we see the exactor um, bets for $1. Um, actually, you can make some pretty decent money depending on how much you want to spend on it. The cheapest one looks like if the 4 and the 1 come in, you win $20. But the most expensive one is the 7 horse, anything with the 7, because it's going off 30. Oh, it's up to 40 to 1 right now. But that is, oh, I didn't talk about who I thought was going to win. I don't even know because I've been busy playing with my system trying to get everything in place. But at first glance, and I'm only going to do a first glance right now, but at first glance I would say the 4 and the 8 uh could very well do it. Other than that, yeah, it's too close to really tell on this sheet. But at a quick glance, I'm gonna say the 4, the 8, and maybe. Mm, I don't know. You got Tyler in this race. Can't rule Tyler out. You got Saez in this race. You can't rule him out either. Oh, got Pratt. Can't rule Pratt out. I don't know. These are all great jockeys, so it's kind of hard to really, since I'm a jockey better and not a horse better. I I tend to lean more towards the jockeys than the horse. I know it takes the horse to win the race, but it takes the jockey to steer the horse the right way to go down that race. So it's a combination, but I just like the only thing I'm afraid of is Rosario, because Rosario knows how to come from behind and bring a horse in and surprise the heck out of you. But anyway, they are lining up. They are heading to the gate, and I am going to turn it on and turn sound on. We're going to go from there.
Kingman Racecourse. Right side of your screen, you see they are getting ready to go towards the gate. Race number 8 at Oaklawn to get you back to our live on-site coverage there. But right now,
oh, they have to back the number 6 horse in the front because. Oh no, that's not what he's doing. They just backed him up. No, he's going in the right way.
Saez will ride. Here's Batten Down, who is your second choice in the wagering at 5-2. The gray will be easy to spot throughout the running of this race. There's the
I never mentioned the one.
winner.
Oh, I did.
British
I was
Isles
talking about Saez.
into line, and now just a couple more to go. Here it is, the Grade 3 Ben Ally Stakes. Live.
Roll the last one, walking up. Goes in, they're at the post.
Okay.
They're off in the Ben Ally Stakes.
Okay, and they're
British
off.
Isles and Batten Down between horses, and Awesome Aaron is there toward the inside as they move by the stands for the first time. Batten Down comes forward, has the lead well before the move into the first turn. As Awesome Aaron goes second, Stars and Stripes is third, and is joined by British Isles, who's fourth up on the outside. And then Guns and Glory, who goes fifth just outside of Tennessee Lamb in sixth position. Rattle and Roll is away running in seventh. 6 lengths off the lead, stays outward from the rail for the move around the first turn, and San Siro is last. Opening quarter went in 23.93 seconds. Batten Down is the leader. Batten Down leads it by 2 lengths. Awesome Aaron second by 3/4 of a length. British Isles goes third, 3/4 of a length.
They're still moving a little slow. They haven't picked up the pace yet.
Rattle and Roll
6 is in front right here.
from the center of the
That's
back.
Pratt.
He's out in the center of the racetrack. He's 5 lengths from the front. He has moved up 1 spot around the outside of Guns and Glory as they head for the far turn. And San Siro is last. It was 48.78 seconds the time for the first half mile. Batten Down, the leader. British Isles to to second, a length and a half, separating the top two. Rattle and Roll is now third upon the outside, within 2 lengths of the lead. Awesome Aaron is fourth back toward the inside. Tennessee
Now they're
Land is
picking up the
wide in
pace.
fifth around the far turn, and then Stars and Stripes, who's being ridden along toward the inside, looks for more running room, 4 lengths off the lead. Batten Down is still the leader. British Isles, Awesome Aaron to the inside. Rattle and Roll is still lingering in fourth as they work for the top of the stretch. Batten Down is still the leader. Batten Down has the advantage by 2.5 lengths off the far turn. Awesome Aaron to the inside. British Isles, New Stars and Stripes, and Rattle and Roll. San Siro is way out on the grandstand side, 5 lengths off the lead. Here's Stars and Stripes taking aim and running up for the lead. Awesome Aaron needs room. Batten Down is fighting on to the inside. Awesome Aaron dives to the rail. Batten Down, and again Stars and Stripes past the 16.
Oh, they are neck and neck.
Batten Down fights on, but second San Siro runs late. Stars and Stripes, Luis Saez to win the Ben Ally. Batten Down on second, San Siro third.
He had to work for it though, but the one horse won the race at 8-5. Okay. 8-5. The 6 came second, and I believe it was the 2 that was third. They'll let us know in a minute, but I think it was 2 that came third. Yep, that's all I got for right now. The next race is also at Keeneland. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes as soon as they finish this one. It's only the 9th and the 10th race, and then we move on to Santa Anita. They have a race, and I think that's a big one at Santa Anita. Let me go over there real quick because I think it's like a 1.5 million, 1 point something million dollar race. It's the 7th race. Oh no, it's 100,000. So it must be the one at Oaklawn. I know there's $1 million race somewhere at Oaklawn. Yeah, it's a $1.25 million race. So those are the remaining races. Let me go back to Keeneland. They'll put the results of that race up in a minute. I want to quickly talk about what's going on with the Kentucky Derby since we got some time. I went and I looked. Let's see if I can pull it up. See what's going on with the Kentucky Derby. See if they've got the final. I do know that the post position, what's it called? I don't even want to, it's not an award. Their post position standings will be announced next Saturday, which is odd because it's on a Saturday. Usually it's like Monday or Tuesday. It's like a weird day during the week. So I probably will be going live to talk about the post position because they are both going to be pulling the positions for both the Derby and also the Kentucky Oaks. I think the Derby is going to be called first, and then the Kentucky Oaks will be called second. And I enjoy it because I've never seen that. The first time I watched it was maybe a few years back and it's the most fascinating thing I have ever seen. They are well organized as they should be, and the way that they pick the horse, the post position, it's really fascinating. And I can tell you now, whoever ends up in the number 17 spot is dead because a horse has never won the Kentucky Derby in the 17th spot. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about that particular spot. But if a horse ends up in the 17th spot, that's pretty much saying they ain't going to win. And I will come back at some point maybe next Saturday I'll talk about which ones are which spots has the most wins in the Kentucky Derby. And I just told you the one that has the least win, or that has never won, but there are others that, may have had one or two, but that's about it. Um, anyway, I'm looking for Kentucky Derby. Wrong place. Kentucky Derby. Okay, let's see what the leaderboard looks like. I'll just move this over here. Make sure you can see what I see. No. So, the go. Just add a window. And add. For some reason, it's not allowing me to capture that window. There it is. Mm. Okay, so I think I've gotten okay. All right, so doesn't tell me the jockeys anymore. And it's got the morning line odds. I guess they'll be putting that up soon. And at some point, they will tell me who the jockey is. They probably don't know yet. So, but anyway, these are the top 10 horses. One is Commandment, which we've talked about before. Further Ado, Renegade has moved up to the third spot. It's, from what I understand, it's going to be a competition between these three horses. I'm not so sure because the Kentucky Derby will do whatever they're going to do. So Happy, Full of Fort, and just to let you know, Rich Strike is a good example of the horse that comes way out of left field. I don't know if you were watching at that time when Rich Strike won, coming in at 80-1. And yes, I did have money on that horse. I had him behind the favorites, but I didn't think to put him in front because I didn't think the horse was going to win. And the only reason why I bet on that horse was because I knew the jockey. And to this day, I still don't know how I know which track that jockey was riding at. Sonny. But I do remember playing Sonny, and that boy would kick my behind every single time. So I knew who he was, and that was the reason why I bet that particular horse. But anyway, so 5 is Full of Fort, 6 is the Puma, 7 is Silent Tactic, 8 is Emerging Market, 9 is Albus, 10 is Potente, 11 is Pavlovian. 12 is Right to Party. 13 is Incredibolt. 14 is Golden Temple. Wow, I remember Golden Temple used to be way further up. 15 is Stark Contrast. 16 is Iron Honor. 17th is Chief Wallaby. 18 is Dannon Bourbon. 19th is Wonder Dean. And 20 is Six Speed. Now, anything after 20 are any contenders that, in case one of the top 20 drop out, I'm not even going to really focus on them right now. I have heard of a few of them, but I'm pretty sure they may not. If none of these top 20 contenders are scratched out of the race, then those are who they're going to be. Now let's go over to the Oaks real quick. Let's see what they've got. Again, 1 is Meaning, 2 is Percy's Bar, 3 is Bella Ballerina. I just like the name of the horse. I would bet the horse just for the name. 3 is Counting Stars, 4 is Prom Queen. No, 4. Did I miss one? With Percy, 4. No, I just can't count. 5 is Prom Queen. Oh, I did miss 4. 4 Counting Stars. 5 is Prom Queen. 6 is Always a Runner. 7 is Explorer. 8 is Zanny. 9 is She Be Smooth. 10 is My Miss Mo. 11 is Search Party. 12 is Pashmina. 13 is Paradise. 14 is Bottle of Rouge. 15 is Lorelei Lee. 16 is Brooklyn Blonde. 17 is Dazzling Dame. 18 is Lovely Gray. 19 is Nikon. And 20 is Resist. And I was just going to say, I don't know how many horses they have in the Kentucky Oaks. I know it's never 20, but I don't know how many they're going to have. But right now they have I just read all 20. And it wasn't until I got to the bottom that I realized it was only 20. But anyway, that is where we are as far as the Kentucky Derby Oaks updates for right now. Like I said, next Saturday, the 25th, and I want to say it's in the evening Eastern time. I can look it up real quick, but as far as I know, it's supposed to be late in the evening. So, let's see. Let me go back to, I don't know why my other screen keeps going away, but like I said, learning as I go. Learning as I go. Add capture. Add screen. Okay, I think that works. Oh, so the race, it came 1652. Who's on the 5? I forgot. Oh, that was Tyler. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, so the next race starts in 15 minutes. It's a turf race. Get the information. I am opening up my past performances for this race. There we go. Sorry, my machine is moving a little slow right now. Okay. Okay, here we go. Come on. Oh, we're too far now. It's not liking me moving very fast. Okay, here we go. This is the Visit LEX Elkhorn Steak Race. It's $400,000, and these are. It's a turf race. It's going a mile and a half. Again, we're at Keyland. And these are, again, these are all boys. And I'm going to tell you about these horses. So the first horse going off at 47-1 is Patadil, ridden by Mario Gutierrez. The 2 is 9-1, Desvio, ridden by Johnny V. The 3 is going off 11-1, Utah Beach. That's Ben Curtis. The 4 at 5-1, Grand Sonata, which is written by Tyler. The 5 at 30-1, Fleetfoot, Danny Sheehy. The 6 at 5-6, Burnham Square. That's Brian Hernandez. The 7 at 12-1 is Truly Quality, written by Muhan Machado. 8 is 6-1, written by Tawny Port, written by Rosario. The 9 horse at 29-1, Navy Seal, is Geraldo Corrales. The 10 at 56-1 is Presider with Axel Capsion. The 11 is 42-1, Freedom's Way, written by Saez. And the 12 horse at 7-1 is Anegada, written by Flavian Pratt, and the 13 has been scratched. The favorite is the 6 horse at 7-5. Again, this is a turf race. And my quick, oh, yeah, yeah. All of these horses are very well complement each other. I mean, they are all very, very good. If I did a quick snapshot, the only thing I would look at is the 5 and the 9, but that's just me. Um, and the jockeys are all very good, so I can't even go with the jockeys. Let's see. Mm, see if the past performances gives me anything clearer. Uh, mm, well, the interesting thing is the favorite that they are betting heavy on has never even gone the distance. What did I say the distance was? Uh, a mile and a half. Okay. Um, yeah, I don't know. These horses are too close to really give any real. Yeah, this race is just too difficult for me to even try to. And 75, I'm just that's really odd that they're betting this horse, but they must know something I don't know. Could be, Brian Hernandez. He won the Kentucky Derby last year, so maybe that's what they're betting on is the fact that he might pull it off. I mean, Brian is a great jockey, but I don't know. Um, uh, the one horse was replaced. Oh, there was a jockey change from Jose Morales to Mario Gutierrez. Um, but other than that, I just I don't know. To me, it's a good race to bet all the long shots myself, but that's just me. Um, I know that's the worst thing you can do. Oh, they're talking about the horse's nail at Keelan. They're coming onto the track. Um, yeah, I just feel like it's anybody's race this time. And this is, for me, just a good race just to enjoy. Okay, so I was going to look up while we're waiting for the race to go off. I was going to look up when the post position races are supposed to start. Um, let's see. Kentucky Derby post position draw. That's what it's called. It's called a draw. Uh, and like I said, it's the most fascinating thing I've ever watched. I've never seen them do this before. Oh, it's April 25th. But it doesn't say what time. And the other thing too is I don't know whether I wonder if I can do this live. Meaning, I wonder if I can talk about it. Well, not necessarily talk, but whether or not I can show it as well, because it's so fascinating to watch. Um, but it doesn't give me. the time. Kentucky Post. The 2026 Post Position Shot Draw takes place Saturday, April 25th at Churchill Down between 2 and 3 p.m. Eastern Time. So I will definitely be on next Saturday, April 25th at between 2 and 3 p.m. To talk about the post time drawing. Uh, and I'm looking for Kentucky Oaks right now. If that's going to be between 2 and 3. Kentucky Oaks post position. Ah, so there are 14 fillies that run in the Kentucky Oaks. I was looking for something else, and that just happened to pop up. It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it is going to be right after the Kentucky, because it's also on the 25th. And that I read earlier. Um, so yeah, next Saturday is going to be just the day of talking about the horses and the jockey and whatever information I can find online, because I'm pretty sure they will be listing who the jockey is, we'll know who the we already know who the trainer is, and I'll provide more stats and information as I get them, but so I'll be prepared for, I guess, cheat sheet information. I don't know. Um, but that's about it. Oh, we've got 1 minute to post. I didn't realize I had talked so much. They have not started. Come on, stop babbling. All of the commentators are talking. They have not gotten to the gate yet. It's still showing 2 minutes at on the TV. Looks really cloudy. Maybe that's just the way the camera lens is showing. Not really sure. Well, it says it's set to firm, which means it's a dry track. Oh no, on the screen it's saying that the 6 horse is 3-2. Huh. Like I said, they must know something I don't, as far as, and that's very possible. That's very possible. I don't claim to know enough about horse racing to be able to really give an expert opinion. Like I say, I do this for fun. I don't do this for a living or for providing any type of expert information. I'm just doing it just to have a little bit of fun and talk to somebody about the horse racing, because like I said in the beginning of doing all of this, there's no one else in my family who enjoys horse racing as much as I do. They don't want to talk about it, or I have to teach them, and I'm not wanting to do that. So um, they should have listened to my mom when she was yapping. My mom talked all the time, talk, and she could have talked for hours. You think I'm bad? She was even worse. Um, so they've got one more horse to get into the gate, and I think they're getting ready to start. Oh no, they've got a couple more. Uh-oh, one of the jockeys had to jump off the horse because the 12. Who's on the 12? Oh, that was Pratt. Is that the 12? Oh no, that's not the 12. That was the 2. Oh, they scratched the 1. Okay. So now they have to pull all the horses back out of the gate because they scratched the 1. And they might be telling why. I'm not going to turn it on to figure out why. But they scratched the 1. That was the one that had the jockey change anyway. He might not have liked the jockey at the last minute, which is very possible. Um, they're doing their circle right now. They're just keeping the horses warm. They should be going back in a few minutes. Let's see. Oops. Um, they are still circling. Uh, okay. They're still waiting. Now they're going back into the gate. Because they probably had to fix it, or where they had to shut down the 1 and move everything over by 1. And yeah. The 6 horse is still at 8-5. That's the favorite. Now the 5 horse is acting up. It doesn't want to go into the gate. Huh? Oh, that's funny. Oh, there he goes. Okay, he's in there now. Are they all in?
And they're off into Visit Lex Elkhorn. There's Navy SEAL from the outside, Grand Sonata, Utah Beach from the inside. Utah Beach moves up against the rail and takes the lead heading onto that far turn for the first time. Navy SEAL, Fleetfoot between horses. Grand Sonata also right there to press the issue here early on. Presider going to move wide, try to get by some of that
Where's the
traffic to the
six?
inside. Moves all the way up into
Oh.
third, but has to go wide around the turn.
It's kind of
to do it.
mid
As
in the
Fleetfoot is
pack.
now in between horses
So
in
they're holding
fourth.
it
Grand
back.
Sonata fifth. Freedom's Way is sixth. Tawny Port between horses seventh. Burnham Square saved ground around the turn. Eighth down toward the inside. Then further back, Desvio is in ninth position, followed by Anagon at 10th. And Truly Quality is the distant trailer here early on as they move through the stretch for the first time. Utah Beach and Navy SEAL side by side for the lead. Presider third up on the outside. Grand Sonata fourth back toward the rail, and then fleet-footed between horses. Burnham Square moving up toward the inside carefully, tries to find some running room within 5 to 6 lengths of the lead. 24.49 at the quarter and 50.28 seconds for the opening half mile, still with a circuit to go here in this 12 furlong journey. Utah Beach and Navy SEAL continue to go at it up front for the lead. On the second of three turns here, Presider 3 wide moves up again in third. Fleetfoot's there between horses. Grand Sonata back toward the inside. Tawny Port is between horses around the turn, 5 lengths off the lead, joined by Freedom's Way to the far outside. Burnham Square lost a couple of positions on the rail and now switches lanes off the rail, goes toward the outside up the backstretch. That leaves room at the rail for Anagata to move up for a couple of spots from last. And then further back, you've got Desvio, who shifts to the far outside, nearly 8 lengths off the lead. Truly Quality still is last. The 6 furlongs at 116.01 midpoint of the backstretch. Utah Beach and Navy SEAL. Grand Sonata to the inside. Tawny Port is moving wide to the far turn, but starts moving into contention outside of Fleetfoot, who's between horses, still in fifth. Freedom's Way going to have to go about 5 wide. On the turn, tries to pick up the leaders. Burnham Square is still some 6 lengths from the front as they move down the far side
Picking
of
up
the course.
speed
Utah
now.
Beach, Navy SEAL, Tawny Port is still in third. Freedom's Way is a wide fourth. Grand Sonata fifth. Burnham Square sixth on the outside. Just over a quarter mile to go. They turn for home. Utah Beach leading. Navy SEAL up the far turn. Freedom's Way and Tawny Port. Burnham Square swings to the far outside. Fifth to fourth to third. Oh, Burnham Square runs right.
Oh, wow. So I didn't know anything.
Is in front by 5.
I mean,
Visit Lex Elkhorn.
holy crap.
Win in convincing fashion, breathtaking move off the final turn.
There was no horse not even close by. Not even close by.
Seal third and Tawny Port across the line in fourth.
They knew more than what I did. Who? Yeah, they knew more than what I did because I just didn't see it because he had run the distance. But I guess, whoo. I want to see who came. Now, as much as I enjoy horse racing, I can't stand to watch them run because I've seen too many of them get hurt and they get, it just doesn't make sense. So came 6, 2, 9, 8. Yeah, I have. Yeah. Because I know good and well I would not have bet on the 6 horse for that very reason. But he would have taken my money if I had been playing for sure. But anyway, I'm going to take a break because the next race doesn't start until we get to Santa Anita, race 7, and that starts at 7:05 Eastern. So I will see you back then. How come it's not counting? How come it's not counting?
Yeah, mute your voice on YouTube.
Oh,
You got to put in the time.
yeah, I got it. I know what I did wrong.
Okay. Yeah, that. Yeah, mute your voice on YouTube. Yeah. You got to put in the time.
Yeah, I got it. I know what I did wrong.
All right. It's not showing yet on my end, but I'll check. Yeah. Oh, okay. No problem. It's not showing yet on my end. Oh. That was YouTube talking, but I think 45 minutes, 11. Yeah. He's working on it. Cool. All right. Did you mute YouTube? Because I still hear. No, it's still coming through somehow. 45 minutes. Yeah, it's still coming through. Did you mute YouTube? Well, the Streamlabs. No, yeah. It's still coming through. Yeah. It's getting it from somewhere. Oh, I hear myself. It could be Discord. It's picking up Discord. Wait, if it's muted, right? Testing. It's getting it from somewhere. Oh, I hear myself. It could be Discord. It's picking up Discord. Wait, if it's muted. I don't know where it's coming from. Testing. Oh, I hear myself. It could be Discord. It's picking up Discord. It's muted. I don't know where it's coming from. Yeah, it's still doing it. I don't know where it's coming from now. Right. But I understand you have Streamlabs muted. Mine is too, but it's still picking me up somehow. Doing it. Yes, yeah, through YouTube. Let me go. Let's see. Right. But I understand you have Streamlabs muted. Mine is too, but it's still picking me up somehow. Yes. Let me go. Right. Yeah, I understand you have Streamlabs muted. We ain't gonna. I mean, just go ahead and mute your mic on your PC, and then just go do your thing. If you need, just call me on the phone, and we'll figure this out. Because We ain't gonna. I mean, just go ahead and mute your mic on your PC, and then just go do your thing. If you need, just call me. We'll figure this out. We ain't gonna. I mean, just go ahead and mute your mic. Just go do your thing. Yeah. Let me see. I know. Now I only hear myself. Testing, testing. Yeah. Let me see. I know. Now I only hear myself. All right. Testing, testing. And it didn't even pick you up when you said that. What is happening? Well, you fixed yours. What did you do? Because earlier I could hear you, but now I only hear you through Discord. That's crazy. And it didn't even pick you up. Let me see. Because you fixed yours and you don't remember what you did. Yeah, I can hear you. I only hear you. On Discord or Streamlabs? Because you fixed yours. You don't remember what you did. I'm checking. On Discord or Streamlabs? All right, let's see. I changed it on Streamlabs. Testing, testing. All right, let's see. I changed it on Streamlabs. Nah, I still. That's crazy. If I said that, then yeah, that was after I fixed it. I thought I fixed it. If you hear testing, testing, testing. Yeah. All right, let's see. I changed it on Streamlabs. Nah, I still. If I said that, then yeah, that was after I fixed it. I thought I fixed it. If you hear testing, testing, testing. I know, yeah. I'm checking everything. If I said that, then yeah, that was after I fixed it. If you hear testing, testing, testing. And it's repeating itself. What is happening? All right, let me get out of Streamlabs completely. Let me log out. Because check everything. I really don't need to be in Streamlabs right now. So let's see. If you hear testing, testing, testing. And it's repeating itself. What is happening? All right, let me get out of Streamlabs completely. I really don't need to be in Streamlabs. Yeah, I'm closing everything. Streamlabs.
And it's repeating.
Damn. What's going on now?
Streamlabs.
All right. I think I got out of Streamlabs. Let me go to my task manager and check. Could be running in the background. Damn. What's going on now?
Streamlabs.
All right. I think I got out of Streamlabs. Let me go to my task manager. And I'm out of Streamlabs. Yeah, I closed all the Streamlabs. Where is it picking me up? It has to be Discord because that's the only thing. So I'm talking to you through Discord and you're speaking.
turn my sound on. Hopefully you can hear me. Um, if not, just drop a comment in the chat and say, hey, I can't hear you. But anyway, we are getting ready for the 7th race at Santa Anita. And it got pushed a little bit. I saw that. It's going to be starting in a few minutes, but I have to keep an eye on because they're going to bump right back to back. I have to keep an eye on the 11 race at Oaklawn Park. That is the $1 million race. So I'm going to be going kind of back and forth, but it looks like 28 minutes for that one and 15 minutes for the Santa Anita race. So we're going to talk about the card. So there are, oh, let me open up my sheet here. This is race 7. Okay, so this is $100,000 stake race. It's the American S stake race. It's going a mile on the turf, and these are boys running. Let's see. So the one horse I have to turn back here because on the past performance it gives you the morning line odds, and here it gives you the current odds. So that's the only reason why I'm going back and forth. I have 2 screens open. So the first horse is 28 to 1, and it's Twirling Point, and that's Ricardo Gonzalez. The 2 horse at 92 is Sumter with Mike Smith. The 3 horses 72, King of Godsford. Jaramillo is on the 3. The 4 horse going off 5-1 is Captain Coochie's. That cannot be cool. Choochies with Florent Giroux. The 5 horses 5-2 Almendares with Antonio Frisu. The 6 horses 9-2 with Seal Team. That's Hector Barros. And the 7 horse at 9-2 is Genius Jimmy with JJ on that horse. So I can put this on full screen, I think. At the 5 horse is the favorite. This is a turf race at first glance. I like the 3, the 5, and the 6. It's going, what did I say? It is going a mile on the turf. These are all great horses. I like the 6. And I like the 2. But these are all evenly matched also. Their abilities are really strong. The 4 horse Captain Choo-Cheese looks really good. Let's see. I said it to 3 already. Every time I see his name, I always think of George Papadopoulos. and I always want to call him George Papadopoulos, and I know that's not his name, but I just think of him every time I see that jockey's name. Um, Phil has 2 horses in this race, so that's what I'm going with. Let's see if we can find anything else out on the speed figures. Of course, the speed figures didn't, I mean, past performance, the past performance didn't help me out in the last race. But the last race, it told me that the 6 horse was going to win. I just didn't believe it because it hadn't gone the distance. But when I saw it took off almost like Secretariat did in the Kentucky Oaks. I mean, not the Kentucky Oaks, in the not the Kentucky Derby, uh, in the third leg. Oh my God, why can't I think of the name of it? It's the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness, and then the Belmont Stakes, like he did in the Belmont Stakes. Sorry, it took me a minute to get there, but I got there finally. Um, just not as far of a distance. He was nowhere that far ahead, but he was far enough ahead, and where the other horses took at least, I could count to 3 seconds before the second horse crossed the line. So that tells you how far back it was. Um, let's see. Hmm. Mhm. And none of the horses have been scratched, so that's a good thing. Um, hmm. Am I looking at the right race? Yeah, I'm looking at the right race. Did I mention it too? I didn't mention it too. I don't know. That too. Hmm. Let's see. Oh, that too might. He might do really well. I can't. Uh, well, if I had to guess, I would say. Well, I say all of them really, but mm, my initial was the 3, 5, and 6. Yeah, I might throw that 2 in there. I don't know. We shall see. Oh, and I'm not actually betting because I'm still in a state that doesn't allow to horse race betting, so I can't. Um, and I will still be in this state next weekend when we talk about the Kentucky Derby and everything. I'm really excited about that because that's when everything is going to come together. We're going to know all of the horses and the post positions and the morning line. So everything regarding the Kentucky Derby and the Kentucky Oaks will be ready next weekend. So that's a good thing. And then, like I was just saying, after the Kentucky Derby, it's the Preakness. Although the Preakness usually is in it's still in Maryland, but it's at a different location because I think the location that they normally have it is closed for renovation. Let's see where the Preakness is going to be. 2026 Preakness. Oh, it's going to be at Laurel instead of Pimlico this year because they're undergoing renovations. And that will be May 16th. And I'll get into more of the details about the Preakness, but it just came up in my head that I remember seeing somewhere that it was not going to be at its normal location. So it's going to be at Laurel Park instead of at Pimlico. And I've been to Laurel Park. I don't know whether I've been to Pimlico. I don't remember. It's been a minute. I know I definitely haven't been in Maryland during the Preakness, so I can't even remember that. Um, so it's going to be interesting because it's a different track, and if it's a different feeling, and it's a different, so things might be a little bit different at this track, depending on who wins the Kentucky Derby, because it's not just about the horses, about the trainer, and usually the trainer can tell you, oh, at Pimlico you can expect this and you can expect that and you can adjust for this and that. Well, I don't think that's going to be the case if they're going to be at Laurel. I mean, yeah, there are races at Laurel, but when you're talking about the Kentucky Derby, I mean the Preakness, then who knows how it's going to go? Who knows how the trainer is going to be able to um, advise the jockey on what to watch out for and what they should do. And even the jockeys, I mean, I'm sure they've all run at some point at Laurel, but it's still not the same. It's not the same feeling. So I don't know. But like I said, I'll talk about that a little bit more next week as we do a deeper dive because that's a week before the actual Derby. So should be should be interesting. Now, Belmont Stakes is Belmont Stakes. It's going to be the same. So there's no, at least not that I'm aware of. I don't think anything has changed. Um, Belmont Stakes. Nope, still at Saratoga. So uh, that's going to be exactly the same. That's not changing. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see if they'll have a Triple Crown this year. They haven't had one since I was going to say since what's his name? Oh, I can't think of it. I'll have to look that up. I'll explain that. I'll add that into the conversation next week too. So we got a lot to talk about next week, and I will be going live again just to let you know between 1:30 and 1:45 in preparation of talking about all of the races and just giving information that I found out about the Derby and the Oaks. So I'm excited. Uh it's 3 minutes to post. Right now they've gone to Meadowlands, and Meadowlands is harness racing. So just have to wait. It's funny because when my mom first introduced me to racing, it was harness racing that she introduced me to out of Rosecroft. Rosecraft? I think it's Rosecroft Racetrack. And I knew nothing about thoroughbreds. So when she switched over to thoroughbred, I wasn't interested because I didn't think it was as interesting. And then we got more into thoroughbred racing. Now it's hard for me to watch the harness racing. Um, I mean, it's still interesting, but it's so not the same. And what throws me off are the numbers are different. The color of the numbers are different. So what I think is one color is actually a completely different color. So, I just don't watch it very often at all. My mom used to watch the dog racing, but I never got into that. But she used to love to watch those greyhounds chase that rabbit. She just like that type of stuff. I just couldn't get into the dog racing. Um, all right, so we're back at Santa Anita. We got Gabby talk, not Gabby. Oh, what's her name? Andy. She's talking right now. She's talking about the horses and whatnot. She's one of the commentators at TVG, and she's based out of Santa Anita. So they're just talking about the last horse that won, the 3 horse. I think that horse went off 13-1, 14-1. The 3 horse, 19-1. Oh, close. I know it was a long shot for sure. Um, and Fry is a really he's a good jockey. But they're just going around showing this horse. And I will turn it on as soon as we get back to Southern. Okay. I was gonna say what's going on here. Oh, okay. So I get it. I get it now. Okay. So Andy's typically at Santa Anita, but I think she's at Oakland Park for this $1.25 million raise. And that's coming up in about 13 minutes. And the favorite, which is the 3 horse, is the one that they're showcasing right now. Because I was a little bit confused, I have to admit, until I kept watching, trying to figure out what's going on. But they keep showing this 3 horse, and I don't know whether they're walking it, but I don't know why. And I couldn't turn the sound on right now. I don't want to do that because I don't want to make it worse than what I'm already doing with the races going off. So they're just walking the horse around like they're just, I don't know whether they're just doing it for spectatorship and they're wanting to get the horse. Oh no, they're doing it with all of the horses. They're just showcasing the 3. I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, I wish they would go on with the Santa Anita. They saying this post time is at the bottom. They're making their way to, okay, so they've done the split screen now. So now they're making their way to the gate at Santa Anita. Well, it says it's off on the screen, so they're getting into the gate now. So they'll be going off it shortly. I'll turn the sound on in a minute.
Is up for Michael McCarthy, who's tending to some other things too.
Okay.
They're in the game. And they're off in the American Stakes. It was a picture perfect beginning. Captain Chuchi's
With his customary early speed, King of Gosford came away in good order, and here's Genius Jimmy rushing right into contention to take second. Seal Team gets a dream spot in fourth, 4 lengths off the lead. King of Gosford is a little bit keen through the opening stages. Sumter is next. He races
So
just
again,
on the
this is a
outside with
mile
28 points.
race.
And in behind them, Almendaris is content to trail. Captain Chuchi's with an easy lead. It's a 2.5 length cushion on Genius Jimmy in second. They are followed by King of Gosford, who now angles out and settles a little bit. At the rails, Sumter is in fourth, 4 lengths off Captain Chuchi's. Seal Team is next. He's followed by Twirling Point, and Antonio Fresu continues to have Almendaris at the back of the field. Captain Chuchi's to the half-mile
Captain
pole. Leads at a
Chuchi's.
length and a half. Genius Jimmy in second. King of Gosford outside of him. Then Sumter tucked in fourth, with Seal Team a length behind him. On the outside, Almendaris gets underway, 5 lengths off the lead, and Twirling Point trails. They're coming to the quarter pole.
Now they're
Into
moving.
Captain Chuchi's, who leads it by a neck. Here's Seal Team making a 4
Well,
wide
it says they're
dangerous
doing
pace.
38 miles
Inside
an
of them,
hour.
King of Gosford,
Never noticed that
along
before.
with Genius Jimmy and home down the center of the course. Here's Almendaris. Inside the 8th pole. It's Seal Team, King of Gosford at the rail. Genius Jimmy and Almendaris. Genius Jimmy, Almendaris. Genius Jimmy, Almendaris.
Oh, he made it at the wire. Whew.
Genius Jimmy was second. Seal
Wow.
Team, and then a blanket photo.
Wow.
Thriller of the Grade 3
Okay.
American over at Santa Anita. You can hear the call.
So the 5 won the race. Looked like the 1 came second, if I'm looking at the race correctly. Oh no, the 7. The 5, 7. Oh, there was 1. 5, 7, 6, 3. So the only thing I didn't have in there was the 7, because I had already said the 3, 5, and 6 from the very beginning. But it ain't gonna pay no money because it's an 8 to 5. So if we scroll down, 8, what did I say, 5, 7, $16 if you played $1. So you make a $15 profit if you played it straight. If you boxed it for $2, then you made a $14 profit. So that's it. So now we're going to move on to the last race, which is the big race of the day at Oaklawn Park. There's 6 minutes left. White albino. Wow. Sovereignty. Journalism. Okay. These are, I know most of these horses. Liberty Arts, I'm not sure about. No wonder this is a big race. Publisher, I'm not familiar with. Duke of Duval, I'm not familiar with it. But White Albino for sure. Sovereignty for sure. Journalism for sure. And when I'm saying for sure, I wouldn't bet on this race either, because all of these 3 horses by themselves are just, they are at the top of the leaderboard in my mind for this race. So I wouldn't even be able to even pick one. This is just a race I'm just going to have to enjoy. I have too much respect for all 3 of those horses. Like I said, I would have more respect for the other ones, but I just don't know who they are. And the jockeys are phenomenal too. Irad, he's the leader. Junior, and then you have Jose. Not to say there's anything wrong with the other jockeys, it's just that I'm really familiar with these horses, and I want to say they were in this I don't remember where I saw these horses run. I don't remember, and I might have seen them run multiple times. Aaron Wellman, I have no idea who you are. Oh, he owns journalism. So they're expecting journalism to win because that's typically what they do is they showcase the one that they think are, although they did showcase Sovereignty earlier. Yeah, so this is going to be an interesting race. This is going to be a very interesting race. Um, I didn't even do my usual. The one horse is 5-2 white Alberio with I Red on tees. The two horses 46-1 Liberty Arts with Rainier Arietta. The three horses 4-5. It's 3-5 on the screen with Junior Alvarado. The four horses 51-1 Duke of Duval. That's Keith Asmussen. The 5 horse is 2-1 Journalism with Jose Ortiz. And the 6 horse at 13-1 Publisher, that's with Eric Asmussen. And I know Keith and Steve are related, but Eric is new. I don't know how he fits into the whole mix. I'm sure they're related, but I don't know how they're related. And Irad and Jose are brothers. And they are very competitive on the track. Very competitive. So we've got 3 minutes to post. It's saying 4 on the screen. Walking down memory lane. Journalism. 2022. Sovereignty 2022. The foal date. Won first greatest stake in the Holly Bull 20 White Albrero. Yeah. So they're talking about the horses, the same ones that I was just talking about. They're not even mentioning the other 3 because, like I said, I don't know who the other 3 are. Or at least I'm not as familiar with them. I might have known them at the time, but I'm not familiar with them at all. So this should be an interesting race. And they're going, I didn't talk about that either because I got excited when I saw those 3 horses. Let's see. So they're going a mile and an eighth. And this is a dirt race. Wow. White White Albrero has won $7.7 million. Sovereignty has won 5.8 million and Journalism has won 4.3 million. They're taking their time getting to the gate. They're not there yet. When I see it say they're off on here, they're finally getting to the gate on the screen. Hmm. Okay. The part I hate. I'm like, okay, let's go. Let's go. They got to talk about everything under the sun. Even if I weren't live recording, I still would have it mute because sometimes the experts throw me off, and then I end up betting stuff that I don't typically bet because I'm listening to them and what they recommend. And I won't say, I want to say maybe 60% of the time they're right, depending on who the commentator is. But um, yeah, I think the only one that I really listen to on TVG is Andy because she's young and she's out there on the field with the horses, and her pick rate is a little bit higher than the seasoned um, experts, because they do analysis on the paper and they look at the numbers, and I get it, the numbers do make sense sometimes, but it doesn't always work. She, on the other hand, is out there with the horses. She talks to the handler of the horses, and she really gets to know them. She watches them and she sees them run. So I like the way she can come to her assessment because of that, rather than just looking at the stats on the paper. Not saying there's anything wrong with the stats because they are worth having, but I don't know. I don't know how else to explain it. She just has a little bit more insight than just the stats on the paper, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So, anyway, they're making their way slowly. Who is that on the 6? Oh, that's Eric. First time I've ever seen him. Yeah, long hair. Okay. Blonde with long hair. They're waiting for. I know that betting pool. The betting pool is. Oh, they have the five. $308,000 is the betting pool for number 5. Number is this race? Yeah, number 1 is 265,000. So the betting pool thinks the journalism is going to win. Interesting. I didn't see what it said for 3. Is it on here somewhere? Let's see. It is. Oh, it's saying 650 on the 3. So what were they showing? Betting pool. Oh, it's changing. They're still heavily betting, but it's not the 3. It's not the 5. It's the 3 horse. Sovereign. Oh, the race is off, so they're getting into the gate. Right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Number 5 is acting up. He wants to go. They got him calmed down. There we go. Okay, let me turn it on.
Three, White Abario, Sovereignty Journalism, they all broke smoothly out of their post positions, as did the others. White Abario's taking it to him early, and Sovereignty's going to lay close today, and so is Journalism. So the 3 stars, 1, 2, 3, as they go into the first turn. Sovereignty fresh off that 8-month break, and he's in front now. White Abario's second right behind him, and he's tracking Sovereignty. So Sovereignty, an unexpected pacemaker here, leads by 3 parts of a length. Journalism's not going to let him get too far out of his sights. He's running in second now, a half length back. White Abario, he's in the 3rd position. Publisher finds himself between horses, and Liberal Arts, who's 3 wide. Gap with 2, Duke of Duval, as they head down the backstretch here. It's Sovereignty paving the way, a neck in front. Journalism right there, matching him just a neck behind. And Liberal Arts is 3rd, 3 wide, 2 off the pace. White Abario, he's on the rail in the 4th position. Publisher is patiently ridden. And Duke of Duval, the long shot, would be the upset of the century if you were to win it. He's at the back of the field as they quicken into the 4th turn. You've got a horse of the year inside of a multiple grade 1 winner, Journalism. And the 2 runners squaring off on the lead with White Abario creeping in right behind. Publisher in 4th. He's 5 lengths off the pace with 5/16 to go. Here we go. Sovereignty on the inside. Journalism right there perched to his outside. And White Abario in with a good chance. 3 wide as they come off the turn here. Sovereignty on the inside. Journalism. White Abario confidently handling.
Oh, he is going. Look at him go.
Has given way to second.
He sure did.
It's
White Abario. Oh man. So he sure did. He sure did.
It is the loudest crowd I have ever heard.
And it was all 3 of them that came across the line.
Turn for home.
So it was the one,
the Sovereignty fans, and the Journalism fans, and the race didn't quite set up as we expected, with the lead going to Sovereignty. And Irad Ortiz Jr. said, you know what? I'm not messing with that. You guys go ahead. I'll sit back here in 3rd. And it was a masterful decision for him to not go on with it. He ends up having the fresh horse late, and White Abario is going to rally for the win here in the Oakland Handicap. Sovereignty giving his all down along the inside to outbattle Journalism once again, but it won't be for the win. It will be for the 2nd place money. White Abario wins the Oakland Handicap, Andy. Thank you.
he's adding another 1.25 million to, what did I say, $7.7 million earnings. That yeah, I much respect. Like I said, much respect to all 3 of those horses. The other 3 just didn't. They were just put in just to run the race, to have 6 horses in the race. But yeah, right. Yeah, White Abario. Anyway, that is the last race for me for today. It was a quick day today. There were only 4 races, stake races that went off today. I will see you next Saturday, and I'm telling you, it's going to be an exciting day for me. I will be there online for a while. I will start at around, like I said, 1:30, 1:45, because I'm not exactly sure if the post, I forgot what they called it again, where they're going to announce the post positions. It might start a little early, it might start a little later, but I'd rather get online a few minutes before they start, and then we will go from there. And I will talk mainly, I'm not sure if I'm going to do any of the stake races next weekend. I'll have to see. I'm going to play that one by ear, depending on how much time I have in regards to everything that I'm going to be talking about as far as the Kentucky Derby and everything, because the following weekend, May 2nd, I will not be going live because I will be in Vegas, and I will be betting on the races. I might do a recap. I probably will. I'll probably do, the post cap and the pre-cap and the post-cap, but I will not be live talking about any racing on that day or Friday because that's the Kentucky Oaks. So I will not be going live. Well, I don't go live on Friday anyway, but I might do a pre and a post recap on Friday as well because that's the Kentucky Oaks. But anyway, that's it for me. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you next Saturday.